Yo, what's good, Blue X? How you doing? I wanted to start a little earlier tonight, but it's having issues with my drivers. I had to update all of my drivers, and it's just a tedious process. Everything's been breaking lately. My Discord isn't working correctly. But now that we've started stream, hopefully we get ourselves a good runner and take it one battle at a time. Zuko, what's up? Hey, Zuko. Cat. What a crazy goose. To the pop. Awesome. Fight reversing Dust Tox, Bug type, should be able to win with Power Gem. Good miss. That's fighting type. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. Let's go. GG. Okay, first file past the lab. That's always good. Got a couple decent items as well. So if we can find a Pokemon to pivot to, very well be on our way to having a full runner tonight. Could do Hippowdon if there are no other options. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but does it look like the emulator is running a little slower than normal? Yo, Superman, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well today. It could just be me, but I don't know. It feels like it's running a little slower. I had to update my drivers before starting stream. I don't know if that affected the game. Looks fine to you? Cool. Like, it's running smoothly. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it would... Like... How do I describe it? Every performance action from moving the cursor in the menu to the Pokemon scrolling across the screen when spawning. Like it could just be that I played in a day or so. Like that screen right there of entering the battle, and by the time I can click run, it just something feels off to where it feels like it's going slower. I'm doing PWT on white 2. What's PWT? Toxicroak with dry skin that's really good for all of pit water types. Greedy and try to breed. It's hidden ability. Oh, poison touch. All of PWT. Pokemon World Tournament. It's been so long since I played White 2. It sounds vaguely familiar what the PWT is, but I have to see it to like know what it is. I do really like dry skin on Toxicroak though, that's always a fun set. Especially on a rain team. Oof, all that for a Weedle. I think it was just Hippowdon. I'm a little worried that it's likely going to be like 8 speed, so I pretty much have to make a choice of, do I go with Glass Cannon Absol for the first fight, or do I go with higher BST with potentially worse stats? Yeah, it makes sense, Superman. It is a bit tedious to get the hidden ability in the older games. See what his moveset is. Growth is pretty good. Flash. He only has one attack for the first fight. That could be a problem. I think I play safe and I stick with the Absol for the first fight. We have really good coverage. The offense is okay. It is technically below average, but it's not like min offenses. Right? It's not like we're going in with 8 attack or 8 special attack. Pretty confident it can at least beat the first fight, and then having the plus speed nature will come in nicely when scouting for the rest. This Kabuto. Sketch on Absol. Could be fun. The problem with the Absol is like with Bubble Beam and Power Gem and the means to sketch like Calm Mind, I would want to run a special attacker. But the ability makes it so that if I get crit, I get max attack. So I get +6 attack if I crit. Which ignores stat boosts. Like if I set up Calm Mind and get hit by a crit, they would ignore the boost I put to my special defense. And B, I wouldn't want setup if I'm attempting to get crit and use physical attacks. I'm thinking there's no need. I mean, we're not running this, sadly. I would love to run an Absol one day, because it is one of my favorite Pokemon. Its BST is just so low that it's tough to justify. Like, yeah, I could sketch Crunch in that sense. Go with stab plus max attack and high speed. Crobat's amazing. That could be a good pivot. 535 BST, ground immunity, poison immunity. Tailwind, bullet punch. Ice beam, okay. Ooh. Okay. I'd say it's probably average special attack. With how low our special defense is, it looked like a lot of damage, but I wouldn't say it's like hyper offensive. The reason I didn't catch it is speed is just so important when looking for everything that I would rather look for everything, find out what my options are, then go to the Crobat and know what my backups are if it isn't as good as I want it to be. What would I want on Crobat? Thick Fat. Espeon is really good. Water Spout Espeon. No. Damn. No guard and pressure. Poison Tail, Ominous Wind, Tail Glow, Mud Bomb. Slow. Thunder Shock, Water Spout, Luster Purge, Earth Power. Gonna wear Snow Cloak. Unfortunate. Gyarados, cool. Come on, good moves, good moves. Vital Spirit cannot be put to sleep. Stab Aqua Tail. Extremely fast, extremely strong. Downside, bad nature, really, really bad nature. With a ×4 to electric, that special defense is atrocious. Inaccurate stab. Vital Spirit Sleep Talk is actually quite funny. Cannot be put to sleep, but if it gets put to sleep, it has a move as well. It could be fun, simply for stab plus speed. I mean, 23 attack, that's gotta be probably 180 physical for its physical stat. 180 attack, 150 speed. I mean, that's like a Regieleki, pretty much. Without a learned move until 20, do we think Twin Needle, Aqua Tail, Rage could carry us? I'll full send this Pokemon if you guys want me to. If you want me to scout, I will. But if you want to see how far this Gyarados can go, I would say the number one of both, getting both, would be to scout for another Gyarados. Like, we can look, but never pivot unless it's specifically Gyarados, and then attempt to try to get a better nature. Because, like, the only way this can get worse is if we get a minus attack. If we can change the plus to any other stat, or if the minus, even if the minus hit speed, it wouldn't be too bad. I would obviously prefer minus special attack, but that was very, very close. Stab Judgment on my special defense. That could have ended the run. When this file ends, I think I'm gonna restart my emulator. I'm pretty sure that it's going slower than it normally does. Wakan berry, I think it's electric. That's a perfect berry to find. Yeah, I just want to take a quick look, see if there's another Gyarados. Alright, looking at one more Pokemon. If it's a Slakoth again, we full send. Yep, alright, full send. Fizzle Garchomp, thank you. Wow. Wow. He just tanked my Aqua Tail in the rain. Calm Mind, Tri-Attack, Extreme Speed, Fire Fang, Steel Wing, Drill Peck, 180, 165. Wow. Oh, no. What? It would have sucked to make this pivot and land huge power. But if we landed Skill Link with Seed Bomb and Bite and Meditate, Cosmic Power. Okay, Seed Bomb, Bite. Frustration, Drill Peck. Seed Bomb, Bite, Drill Peck. Dark Grass, Flying. I would have had trouble with Steel types. I could have technically kept Hydro Pump for coverage plus stab. Dry Skin Porygon Z. Okay, there were no other Gyaradoses. Real quick, I'm gonna just close up the emulator and then restart it. I could just feel how slow it would go. The trip from the lab to the rival fight, I can average usually between 2.5 to 3 minutes to do that. On that file, it took 4. And it might not seem like much, but when everything starts to slow down, everything becomes a drag and just drawn out. End up losing a lot of time. If it's required for me to restart my computer to take to get rid of the bottlenecking that's occurring, I might just have to do that and have today be a small stream, which I would prefer to avoid, but I don't know, I'm still noticing how slow it is. I think it's simply because I updated my drivers right before starting. It technically should have been a physical attacker. I think if it was modest instead of... Sorry, I think if it was adamant instead of modest, it would have had 14 attack and like 6 special attack. Which would have made extra sensory worse, but it would have made Seed Bomb and Stab Submission stronger. I could pivot. Download is cool. Decent offense, really good speed. Sorry, decent defense, really good speed, but the offense is a little scary. But I think I need to restart my computer. Double pivot, cool. With the speed and even the bulk, we should be able to scout things pretty confidently. Oh, I think I just fixed it. Yeah, that is moving faster. I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, look at my speed when running now. I think I fixed it. I don't know if it's just because I've played for 200 days and put probably over 1,000 hours into this game in the past year. But yeah, I can definitely tell that there's. I closed a program on my computer that I probably should have just closed before starting streaming, but oh. Okay, really good attack. Come on, catch. Yes. Please, Snorlax, please. No. Oh, what a terrible nature. If it was switched, I actually would run it. Because if it was switched, it'd probably be like 14 attack. 14 speed. Like without a plus nature, it would still be a little slow. It'd probably be like 11 or 12, but if it was plus speed minus special attack, oh my god, this would be a crazy mon. Hit the 150 physical attack. Has no contact rock tomb. Crunch is just an amazing move. Even has really good bulk, above average HP, high special defense, average defense. All it needed was a better nature. A crit. I got the defense drop, so he's definitely a one-shot. If he can miss, we can win this. Or do that. That's fine. Because then now... Yep, perfect. Even if he burned right there. Level 8, 29 attack. Plus speed, probably wouldn't get it to the 20 average that I look for, but it definitely would have brought it to like 16 or 18, and I would have accepted a little slower than average over going second 50% of the time. We run it for the first fight, we find out what our first move is. Maybe with Dragon Dance, I feel a little better about running this. We'll see. Take it one fight at a time. Nice. Thank you, Dugong. Very kind of you to do that. Encore. Teleport can at least help us scouting out of or at least getting through the grass. Like if we get stuck into a fight, we're guaranteed to get out of it after the first turn. Yellow shard. Awesome. And a guard spec. Alright. I'm gonna look at the pivots. Heal when needed. If we don't find anything we enjoy, we'll do our best with the Snorlax, but I greatly expect the speed to just hold this from being a runner. Don't have a Dragon Scale. Shadow Ball. That could be cool. Run Seadra until we can evolve it. Its evolutions are, many of them are over 500 BST. Swagger and Confusion. What Pokemon would you guys prefer? Would you prefer Snorlax? Or would you prefer Copium into Seadra? Still one here, and I believe 2 options to our right. Snorlax kind of trashy. Not sure what you mean, Superman. Only reason we kept Teleport was in order to get out of the wild encounters. We'll definitely get rid of Teleport and probably get rid of Rollout if we were to run this. I mean, he learns 11 more moves. We get another one in 2 levels. So it is very likely we won't keep Teleport for much longer if we were to run this. Though Seadra may have some better potential, which is really just dependent on how long it takes for us to get the item it needs. Oh, oh. Fast Magmar, level 5, faster than level Level 5 has higher speed than 15, and we just found the one without snow warning. Superman, all evolutions will never evolve into their vanilla, like, preceding Pokemon. So Magmar here will never evolve into Magmortar. You can get Arcanine, Typhlosion, Flareon, Rapidash, Inferni, Blaziken, Charizard. So for Seadra, Kingdra is 540, which gives you equivalents of water-type Pokemon on the Seadra evolution of the 540 tier. So that gives you Melodic, Blastoise, Feraligatr, Swampert, Empoleon, Vaporeon, Tentacruel, Lapras, Cloyster. I just know that if I attack, I'm gonna KO it. I hope this is the right choice. Sorry, Snorlax. You were built so well, but your nature just ruined you. Sketch Magmar. No offense. Neutral nature is really cool. If it was able to evolve, we could technically save Sketch. Like, we could do our best to try to not delete or expend Sketch. Right, put it in the 4th move slot. And when we evolve, find out if we're physical or special. And then Sketch after. I believe so, Zanba. Yes, welcome, Zanba. The Dugong with Sacred Fire was in the patch of grass that Magmar was in. Reason I came back here is because now that we can be hit by ghost type moves, I want to find out if Shadow Ball, Seadra had a lot of offense, but instead I just found a Typhlosion. High attack, low speed. Split attacker. All right. Those are our final options. What do you guys think? Between Magmar, Seadra, and Typhlosion. What would be the Pokemon you guys want to be the runner? The Seadra. Let's find out what its special attack is like. You know, its physical isn't too great. It's actually a little better speed. Just good to see. It's decent. That's actually really decent. I don't know the statistic on finding the items, Zanba. It would be necessary to know how many items are capable of being spawned to do the calculation on that. Unlike the probability. Whoops. I honestly didn't mean to run on that. Though recently we went to run a Levitate Magmar. We got past Whitney, and then I was like, you know, by us being at this stage, let's avoid all of the items so we don't evolve Magmar. Got all of the trainers done. I went to the first dungeon. I was like, well, I may as well grab all of the items in the dungeon since I can't come back. We didn't find any good items, but we found the Magmarizer. Sadly, we're forced to evolve. And then we ended up getting a Levitate Charizard with no offense. And lost very soon after. It was very sad. I wouldn't say it's uncommon of an item to find the Dragon Scale or the Magmarizer. They are common items. It's just, will we find it early game or will we find it late game? You're fighting a Magmarizer to keep this Magmar may not be a great idea. Oh, so you were thinking Sketch Sacred Fire. And then just hope we evolve into a physical attacker. There is more PP on Seadra. Personally, I think all three options have pros, but they also have cons, right? Magmar, neutral nature, sketch, fast, but doesn't have offense. So until we can evolve it, we won't have a lot of damage output. Seadra, Shadow Ball, Feint Attack, don't know ability, don't have the item, don't know the stats. Downside to Typhlosion, not that fast. He's below 19 at level 9, but he looked to be very strong. Would Magmar be guaranteed to evolve into a fire type? Correct. So although Pokemon will never evolve into their original evolution, the evolution will be based at a tier average of the BST and then use the typing of the first Pokemon getting evolved. So like in this scenario, it would be a fire type. If we were doing Surskit, it's the only bug water type. Its evolution is bug flying, but Surskit will get bug water. Just like Seadra is a water type, so it only evolves into water types. Kingdra is a dragon water, though sadly Seadra will never evolve into a dragon. Melodic for Alligator, Blastoise, Vaporeon, Gyarados, Lapras, Empoleon, Walrein, Tentacruel. And then ones I would be okay with: Slowbro, Slowking, Swampert, Wailord, Golduck. I'll leave it up to you guys. I believe in FireRed, Pokemon had the chance of evolving into legendaries due to a lack of options. Having less Pokemon in the Pokédex kind of created this scenario where they either made very few evolution lines or they would throw in a couple legendaries. Now that we're in Gen 4, they actually took out all legendary evolutions from Pokemon. You can get the occasional 600, but you can't evolve into legendaries anymore. So it's not like your Magneton would evolve into Zapdos, because Magnezone is 540, so it's not like it gets a boost into hitting the 580 bracket. It would have been cool for Seadra to have like a 0.5% chance to evolve into Suicune. That would have been really cool. What do you guys think? 3 options: Magmar, Seadra, Typhlosion. We go with Sketch, no offense. We go with offense, no speed on Typhlosion. Or we go with the wild card. Because I feel like we know the least about Seadra. Personally, anything could be an option out of those 3. And when I'm put into these scenarios, I like to just offer it to chat. You guys are the one who want to watch. So if you want to watch potential Magmar, potential Seadra, or watch a starter Pokemon, then I enjoy doing what you guys would enjoy. I'm a wild, crazy kind of guy, but that's me. No speed tends to cook us, yeah. We know Seadra has speed. Seadra is faster than 19 at level 9. Magmar has speed. He's 19 at level 5. Between Magmar and Seadra, do you have a preference? Superman, you're leaning Seadra. You gotta get in the ball, Seadra. You gotta get in the ball. Get in the ball. Ooh. Oh my god, I lived. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna play it safe. I didn't want to because he was faster and had a chance of locking us into the fight. I think not only if Magmar had one more attack, but I think if he had one offense, I would run it. Because then we could kind of get through the first wave of the challenge before like starting to sweat about level spikes. But like if we're not able to one-shot using Stab, Sacred Fire, it won't get as far as we would believe in it. Oh, he's not that slow. He has really good special attack. Hmm. Um, Not guaranteed, Zamba. I was at +4 from my acid armor on my defense, and he hit me with a resisted move. Extra Anime, welcome back. We have been doing well. Thank you for asking. Explosion could be on the table, not gonna lie. He wasn't as slow as I was expecting him to be. Yeah, see, without the +4, his resisted Ice Punch did 4 damage. That's a good amount. He is tanky, though. Alright, Seadra. See what you got. Alright, you were right. He has no offense. Same speed. Wow. Neutral nature is beautiful, though. I do really like seeing neutral nature. Has 4 moves to click. Ability changes when it evolves. So even though Frisk is not that good, we're not stuck with it. Let's try it. Could be fun. True, Zanba, true. Oh, father, don't do it, father. No, father. Father, don't do it. Oh, I'm dead. SGG. Okay, we got the special defense drop. Come on, just hit him one more. Oh my god, we were so close. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No! Having to heal right in our first fight is so unfortunate. Same, Zanba. I really thought he had more special attack. Blast burn. Slam doesn't have a secondary effect, does it? No. I think I can get rid of Slam. I wouldn't be upset if this ended up being my moveset for the evolution. Sure, I can always change Blast Burn to be something else, or maybe Feint Attack to be something else. A moveset like this kind of gives us wiggle room if we evolve physical or special. Let's be real though, we're just trying to salvage this run after getting wrong nature Snorlax. We pray we get Snorlax, not Snorlax, Empoleon on the evolution. I would love to see Empoleon. I also would be pretty content if we found, if we evolved into Lapras. Lapras with Stab Ice Punch could be really cool. Sacred Fire. I think I get rid of Blast Burn. I mean, it's kind of why I clicked it for both of those right there. A little bit more accurate, no recharge turn. I missed. Come on, you gotta hit this one. Back to the burn. Nice. Energy Root. Very good item. We just pray we find a Dragon Scale on one of the last two items. 3 items, sorry. 3 items left. No! Oh no, I gotta one-shot everything now. Okay. I missed! I think that's game. Yeah, that's game. I die right here. GG. Wow. Just because I missed the 5%. Getting Melodic, Special Attacker. No, there's special attacks on level up. Earth Power, Heat Wave, Water Gun. Lost to Meowth, Perish Song, Magmar, Lava Plume at 19, Earthquake. Wow, stats, look how similar the stats are between these two. The furthest distance on any of these stats is attack going from 37 to 70. Everything else is within 15 points or less. The Explosion, Special Attacker, Blaze, Dark Pulse on Move Relearner, Discharge, Magical Leaf, Water Gun, Grower Beam, and then the most important one to check, one that would have been the runner. Yeah. Imagine if that was a plus speed, especially with Shield Dust over Early Bird. Plus speed, Crunch, Rock Tomb, Egg Bomb, Bullet Punch. Wow, if it was Special Attacker, Fire Dragon, the two best Fire Dragon moves in the game. Aerial Ace, Triple Kick. Unfortunate. Nothing we could do about that. Sometimes you just miss the 5%. Just like in Evolution, yeah, it's on the for the Magmar. Oh, Quail. Yeah, we tried to salvage that run. I think we would have had something with a better nature Snorlax. Porygon 2 versus Lugia. 19 special attack. Good pivot. But what do you pivot to that has the means of taking out a Lugia? If we pivot, we have to be careful. We're not the fastest and we're pretty frail. We're just the only thing this Porygon 2 has going for it is being split attack. Could get like the poison on Lugia, set up barrier, and go for a healing stall tactic. If we get Sketch again, knowing that Sudowoodo has Shadow Ball, that could be pretty nice. One more in the third patch, be 2 in this one. Now 1. Hmm. Sudowoodo. And there's number 3. At least it didn't take too long. Do we think Bidoof could beat Lugia? It is a god. God Bidoof. Has a fire type move on the Monferno. Has to get to level 36. Crobat could be a pivot. Has Wood Hammer. It's slower than us. Oof. It has Tail Glow. Don't like that it's slower. Has high attack. Has Dragon Dance and Tail Glow. Do we think Facade could take out Lugia? If Lugia has a psychic move, it's GG. But at the same time, with how low our defenses are on Porygon, if it has anything with a high base power, it's also GG. I do like Crobat. I think we do it just because it could potentially be a better option between two evils. Because at least, even though Crobat is slower, at least by having Dragon Dance, he can kind of fix like his worst stat. Oh, but he's a special attacker. Moondrop Showdown, welcome back. How you doing today? I'm dead, right? Oh, okay. I'm doing well, thank you. High special defense tanked the Icy Wind. But his physical attack is really good on this Lugia. Yeah. Yeah, that was tough. Swords Dance, Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon was his only special attack. Got Sketch. Hidden ability Water Absorb Rapidash. Oof. Stall no offense on Blissey. Really good bulk on Crobat. I meant to look at the offense on Lugia. No worries. It's behind us now. We just gotta try again. Bidoof. Holy physical attack. Are you seeing this? If at level 5 a Pokemon has 20 offense, its base stat is at minimum 150. A Pokemon at 28 at level 5, that thing must be like 230 physical attack. Which Pokemon Moondrop? Stab close combat delayed. That's cool. Yeah, if we could get priority on this. I also think Spark would do really well on this because Spark has a 30% chance to paralyze. Serene Grace would double that to 60%. And if we could get paralyzes plus like Dragon Rush flinch, 40% flinch plus 60% para. Body Slam, Spark. Or do I pivot to Stab Gallade? Oh, look what it is. It's a Magmarizer. My issue with this Espeon, low speed, low special defense, is a recipe for disaster. What do you guys think? Do we run it because it's cool? Or do we pivot? Serene Grace does not affect high crit rate on Night Slash. You guys would run it? Alright, let's run it. Evolution. We are very far away from achieving a personal goal, but by our first win being with a Flareon, my hope is to achieve beating Kaizo with every single evolution. And just from the year and a half or so that we've been doing it on all different games, the one evolution that we've had the worst luck with is Espeon. We've had more luck with Glaceon and Leafeon than we've had with Espeon. And it's not even Espeon's typing that does it, it's just the randomizer giving it bad stats, bad moves, bad abilities, like just never gets treated the same as the others. Good crit. GG. We might hit 40 attack at level 8, which is double average. This Pokemon has built-in huge power. The nature did its best. The nature really tried to help it out, taking away special attack and trying to give it some special defense. We technically also have Fire Dragon, which is pretty cool. Should get to level 8 on this one. Flash Cannon. I'd say that's better than Razor Wind. Not like I would be clicking either very often, but alright, we're not gonna risk it. Just gonna go backwards to heal. And if we're full sending, we're just gonna full send it and do all of the trainers right away. Another one. Super Potion, clutch. We might hit 100 attack before getting to the gym leader. If we have 6 to 8 more levels before the gym leader, if it's 8, we got 4 points every time. That's 32 points. We'll be close. That's 94. Yellow shard, good. God damn, Ridoku. This Pokemon has built-in huge power. Glass Cannon. Slow Glass Cannon. I'd say it's 50-50. Right? We have really high defense. Like, obviously our defense isn't higher than our attack, but the fact that it's at, like, as close as it is really good. I mean, our defense stat is higher than our base HP. But yeah, special defense very low, speed very low. All we need is a move that can take advantage of Serene Grace. We can get Spark, Body Slam. Trying to think of another physical move that paralyzes. Force Palm. Force Palm can paralyze. I knew there was another one. Spite? No, I mean, true, I don't really need Flash Cannon, but it could be convenient, especially with Serene Grace, getting the special defense drop. If it's against, like, I don't know, maybe a rock type. There's no rock fighting. No, there is rock ground. Sorry, rock dark. That Night Slash would not be neutral against. I think Flash Cannon has a little bit of value still. have been bad. Yo, Adam B. What is the actual fuck? That's attack stat is insane, dude. Crazy. I gotta say it's at least 220. It's probably as strong as that Ho-Oh was the other day without huge power. That Ho-Oh was what, 236? And huge power? It might be like 220, 230. I want to heal one more. I don't want to do it on the Kakuna just so I avoid paralyze. That's fine. What? You've never seen an Espeon's attack stat before? Imagine if Magic Bounce was in this. The ability Magic Bounce would be so cool. I'm absolutely new at this. Come on, we can get through the last fight without healing. I believe. No! I might have died to that even with full health. With how fast that went down. Oh my god, I was getting sketched. I could have gotten Dragon Dance. 229 physical attack is insane. Oh my god, Dragon Dance would have been so good on this. Brave Bird, Acupressure. I wouldn't have even needed Dragon Dance. I could have gotten like Stab, Psycho Cut. Absurd stat distribution. Power Whip. No EMs. No Nature Power is a little sad. Wanted to see the Glade. Reckless. Low HP. Good speed. Technically physical attacker. Okay. Glade was the only pivot option. So it's actually better that we just full sent it. Good try, Espeon, good try. One day you'll be a runner. The attack stat, Adam, was 229. Once again, no special defense. Has speed, has physical attack, has a bad ability. Only has 2 weaknesses. 3, sorry. Poison, Flying, and Bug. I think the evolutions are 525. even so, that's insane. So 229 is 43.62%. 43% of the stats were on one stat. I know that feeling, Moondrop. I know that feeling. I actually need to do some raids to recoup Parashards. When Scarlet Violet first came out, there was like a week where I would just go around doing a bunch of Parashard raids to the point where I had over 500 shards on every single one. Some of them I actually hit 1,000 shards on. And then for the 2 years following, I had ample enough Terra shards to not only build myself 2 full teams, but I built a team for 2 friends, so that's 4 teams, and then a third friend of mine plays a lot more than the other 2, and I probably built him at minimum 5 full teams. Oh, and then there's another friend I've done it for. So I've built multiple teams for myself and 4 other friends that I've built teams for. And I'm only now just starting to run out of shards. I did the regional in April. And when I did that regional, I started noticing that I was getting close to 50 shards left on some of them, because it costs 50 shards per, right? So if I had 1,000, then I had 200. 20? I had 20. Did I do that math right? Yeah, 50 times 20 is 1,000. They're still not the simplest to get. I need to do more of the ball lotto. Like, I need to go to Blueberry Academy and just farm a bunch of the Chanseys. Because Chanseys give you, I think it's called like Chansey Fur or something like that. And those are worth 99 points for the ball lotto. But yeah, I need to grind again on that. You have perfect coverage. If I have to run Ludicolo, it's not terrible. He just needs 2 to 3 more moves. We can keep Fire Punch. Don't really want to keep Close Combat. Don't really have the defenses to afford that. And then wouldn't want to keep Brave Bird. It's 68 points by the fairy type Starbase. Oh, there's a better place. I thought Blueberry Academy had a good Chansey spawn in the like mud area. No, the tundra. In the tundra, there's like 3 Chanseys that kind of spawn right next to each other. $68 points is a lot better than the other ones, though. Oh, you don't have the DLC. Unfortunate. And Horsey's number 3. Make a normal encounter power 2 sandwich. The location I mentioned only has Chansey line as normal types, but the Savannah biome has several. Ah, that's smart. Yeah, that's really smart. Well, it looks like we have to do Ludicolo for the first fight. There's nothing else to pivot to. The first DLC, it was okay in my opinion. I liked the Blueberry Academy a little bit more. Calcium, okay. If we find a special attacker, be nice. Moondrop, the DLC is $30 and you get both. So you pay for half a game to double the size of your game. What's a Blueberry Caterpie? Academy. HP up, nice. Machamp is not bad. Machamp or Spear. Tentacruel's pretty good. And then Rotom was number 4. Alright, there's 2 pivots here. It was actually challenging if you were around the same level, yeah. I just liked how they actively put the trainers to use battle mechanics instead of just underleveled, underperforming, right? Like they actually tried to either synergize their double fight partners, or they would have a move set that actually was viable for the Pokemon to be like a battler. Donphin's not bad. It would be my backup to either Machamp or Tentacruel. I think that's why I personally enjoyed Blueberry Academy more, because the Kitakame, like the Ogerpon storyline, it was just for the storyline. But Blueberry Academy was for actually playing the game and having some difficulty to the game. Steelix is fast but has low defense, and Truant. Oof. Oh no. Okay, he has good special attack. I would have to do a calc on that. I want to say he has good special attack, but we also only have 7 special defense. How much health did I have? I had 35 out of 36. No, I had 34 because of the recoil. 34 down to 3, so he did 31 damage. Okay, special defense 7, their level is 9, the move power is 120. He did 31 damage. 17 to 20? It's a little low. Happening Dust is 64 points, but yes, still quite a bit more than any of the other materials. I think we pivot to either Machamp or Tentacruel first. Tentacruel is a guaranteed catch. Not a fan of the moves on Tentacruel. Mud Bomb. Yeah, I think... Damn. It's kind of excited to do that one. I just don't think it's good enough. And like, I would be interested in doing Steelix, given a second ability to avoid Truant, but I don't have the room to scout for that using Ludicolo. because of the low special defense. Just not worth the risk. First, we're gonna check, see what Machamp has. I think I just say yellow. Yellow, see what the Machamp has for stats and ability. Ooh. It actually could be really good. That's tough. That's tough. Anger Point gives max attack, not max special attack. Zuko. Hey Zuko, you wanna hop up? There's room. You can hop up. Come on, Zuko. Hi. Yeah, big yawn. What do you guys think of the Machamp? He has potential. He doesn't have a good ability. Voodoo Machamp, four muscular arms to cast spells. Good physical attack on Donphan, but he's slow. I shouldn't have moved first there. No weaknesses. How does Machamp have no weaknesses? It would have been hilarious if we were Tangled Feet with Petal Dance again. That would have been hilarious. I would have been very happy for Tangled Feet. No obvious one-shot weaknesses like ×4, super low defense, special defense, HP. I'd say the move we are the weakest to, the strongest base power, and our lowest defensive stat, which is special defense, would be Aeroblast. High crit rate. Aeroblast could be a problem. That's 100 base power. There's also Brave Bird, which is 120. I think for Psychic weakness, I think Psychic is the highest at 90. There's also high crit rate, Psycho Cut at 70, Extra Sensory at 80. Zen Headbutt is 70. I mean, it's nice that we don't have like 150 Water Spout that we're weak to, right? Okay, he activated our Anger Point. Chiga can do it. Good flinch. I missed. Okay, that's a level 5 gone, so we should be good to win this fight. Gastro Acid. I mean, I need a new move, but that's not a new move. That's a bad move. Missed. For Generation 4, there would be no Fairy type, so we're only weak to Psychic and Flying. There is one special fighting type move, Force Sphere, in contention to being one of the best moves in the game. 20 PP, 90 base power, never misses, does not make contact. The only other special attack fighting move is Vacuum Wave, 40 base power, 30 PP, +1 priority. Good flinch. Growth. +1 special attack. Lights was technically my answer to Shedinja. We just have to pray we get Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, Lava Plume, Power Gem. And with growth, there's a chance Petal Dance can just sweep the tower. Even if they resist, if I set up enough growth, I should be able to one-shot everything with it and do one attack per fight. Moondrop, if you have access to like using Google, I'm pretty sure online there are guides that like give you your best option for what to bring to each raid. Like I'll use the I'll just use like Terrafairy Sylveon as a 5-star raid as an example, right? Online they might tell you what Pokemon will be the best to bring, like Proof, Bastiodon could be the best matchup against a Sylveon, something like that, and that can definitely provide you a little bit more. I think I do, yeah, because I don't need Woodhammer. It's Recoil. I already have a Grass move. I would Google that Moondrop because it really depends on what the attacks the Camerupt has. Like I could suggest Empoleon, but then if he has a ground move, it wouldn't be the best, right? Like I just don't know the Terra raids by heart. I was hoping I'd get one more turn out of it. Come on, you got this. Break through, break through. Yes, nice. Full restore. Nice. Moondrop, if you have what's it called? If you have Heatran on an air balloon could do really well. And then once they break your ability, then you could Terra into a different typing just so you're not ×4 weak to Earth power. No, not the toxic. I gotta start focusing. I don't want to use the full restore on that. Do I walk off the poison? Ceruledge would work, yeah. Honestly, any Flash Fire Pokemon with an air balloon. Come on, one more, one more. No, we got the confusion. Damn. Nice, we break through though. Very good, very good. Is that a new move? Nope, next level. Yeah, Gyarados could be really good for that. You could honestly even put a Rostberry or a Lumberry on Gyarados. You could also run a special version of Gyarados and then go to get burned, so that way you avoid taking a yawn. Stab Draco Meteor. He missed. Awesome. Okay, that did 15 damage, which means I lived the next one. Okay, and I was able to one-shot it good. I was not no freaking way. No way. We just got Dragon Pulse. Oh my god, that actually makes this a Pokemon now. Tuka, what are you doing? What are you doing? Trying to bite my ear, buddy? Don't need poison. Yeah, I don't need poison. All right, we have a real Pokemon now. Petal Dance is a gimmick that can work in the early game, but it's not a gimmick I want to use forever. So having Dragon Pulse will be very reliable. Now all we need is Aura Sphere and Lava Plume. I think with Aura Sphere and Lava Plume, this would get to Kanto, even with a bad ability. All right, here we go. Nice. There's only 8 Pokemon in here, so if I have to click Dragon Pulse on everything, should still be able to win. Just in time. Honestly, it should have came like 1 second earlier, because I would have clicked Dragon Pulse on the Giratina instead of going for the setup, and I ended up having to heal on the Giratina. Dragon Pulse for the W. Depending on what the level 20 is, we might actually hit level Level 22 on this fight. No. Again, there's the level 20. Suko. Oh my god. Ah, so close, so close. Mega Drain. I cannot use that. Why do you think he got so jacked, bro? Wants all the baby. We clicked one attack that entire gym and just swept. Anticipation doesn't truly influence the double fights, but it technically gives us information about it lets us know if they have like an Oko move, a super effective move. Yo, AM, welcome. Can't use that. We do Steelix. I wanted something with a lot of weaknesses for our partner Pokemon. I guess I could do Tentacruel. Come on, Cruella. Nice. Honeygather. Perfect. Definitely glad I went with Machamp and not Tentacruel. Right, now that we are past the first gym tonight, we need to name our Machamp. Ooh, and we have the calcium for special attacker. Nice. Brother, ew. Ridoku, what? You're not a fan of muscle mommies? Alright, what shall we name Machamp? Brunhilde. Brunhilde. Is that how it's spelled? I feel like 4chan. Oh, it's Brunhilde. It ends with an A, not an E. I've dated some gym bunnies with big backs and thighs, but those steroid freaks. Nah, the best term is muscle mommy. Brunhilde? Brunhilder. All valid spellings. Erica? I don't know, I really like the 4chan. I think that's hilarious. All great names. Don't get me wrong. You all provided great names, and I appreciate it. Fister? I just noticed that. Superman. I got a little distracted. I want to double check that I got the other item. Okay, I did. What was that item? Helix. Especially because of the 4 arms, yeah. Miss Fister. Have a great day, AM. Thank you for coming by and saying hello. Speed Bomb. It's no contact. Pedal Dance makes contact. It's a little lower base power. It's 80 instead of 90. And it's physical instead of special. I'm not a fan of Pedal Dance. I would prefer to delete it. We probably need 2, maybe even 3 new moves. Like, I could get rid of Growth if something better comes by. But I think I say no to that. The only alternative is to take it over Growth, and then that way, when there's Pokemon with ×4 weakness, I'm not forced to click Pedal Dance. I don't think Pedal Dance gives us any of the covers for 8 Pokemon that Dragon can't click. But I think Stabbed Fighting is a little better. I think I say no to this. Yeah, I think I say no to that. Interesting, but not the Pokemon for it. Next move at 25, and then what? 32. Okay, so we get one more move before Bugsy. Carbos, I'll take that. Brunhilde, was your Machamp in Platinum? Nice. God tier Radoku. Sign me up. So Carbos, earlier we had a Calcium, we had an HP up. Those are all under the classification of vitamins. They give you points towards a specific stat. So Carbos gives us speed. Calcium gives us special attack. HP up gives, of course, HP. In Pokemon, Pokemon stats are influenced by both EVs and IVs. And a vitamin gives 10 points to a specific EV. You KO'd a Steelix in the dig environment using Dynamic Punch. That is funny. Defense would be Iron. Special defense is Zinc. And physical attack is Protein. Hyper Potion. Ooh. Full Restore and a Hyper Potion. Nice. X Special. That's good. If we get a lot of those in this run, we could get rid of Growth. We don't have to rely on Growth. Though I would like to get either Nasty Plot or Calm Mind. That would be the upgrade to Growth. Mewing. Ikun. Physical horn attack. No. It's more accurate than rolling kick. Rolling kick gets 90 base power because of stab and then has super effective. I don't think I need it. Really needed another special attack. It's gonna be a little tough to get past Bugsy's gym. My hope is we can click Petal Dance a bunch on all of the other Pokemon first, and then save 10 of the all 10 of the Dragon Pulses on Bugsy. Thing I just noticed, I don't know why it happened, but the timer in the bottom left corner stopped working. I want to see when that happened. We went into heal. It just randomly stopped. Granted, I don't remember going AFK like that at that very moment. Apparently. That's strange. Yeah, I only just noticed it now because I was curious on
how far along we are. I always keep my eye on it. It's convenient to know like how much time I've taken per area, how consistent I'm performing, things like that. I can kind of gauge like, all right, in this amount of time, I'll be at this location. Very glad to see a super potion right now. That will make it less likely for us to use our hyper potion at Bugsy. I should go. Ooh, PP Max. I don't expect us to ever delete Dragon Pulse. I mean, unless we get every single move from here on to be top tier. Like if we got Lava Plume, Ice Beam, Aura Sphere, and I don't know, Water Spout or something, I could maybe see us deleting Dragon Pulse only if we have Fire, Ice, and like 2 other really good moves. Having that PP Max makes me tempted to put it on Dragon Pulse for the gym. Getting an extra 6 PP would be very clutch. Fresh water, just like the super potion, really good at this stage of the game. Getting through the second and third gym. Small potions are really important. Because I only have 2 basic potions. What are my top 3 favorite Pokemon? In all honesty, I really struggle providing a consistent answer for the question, what's my favorite Pokemon? With how many there are, if I go with one answer, later in my day I'll remember another Pokemon that didn't pass my mind at the start of the question. I don't know if that makes sense. I worded that very poorly, but it's like, if I was to say Absol and then later in my day remember Kingdra or something like that, missed. What are 3 of your favorite Pokemon? Absol, definitely. Gliscor. Aegislash. Scizor. Spiritomb. It's definitely up there. I know there's more, I'm just... My problem is, when I think through Pokemon, I definitely kind of like skim through each generation without thinking of every single Pokemon ever created. So I know there's more. And I know there's the argument of like, well, if you can't think of it, then it's not really your favorite. But it's like, there's so many that if I'm like kind of doing a quick brain scan through, I tend to think of either Pokemon I've seen recently in Kaizo or seen recently on Pokemon Showdown. And I know I have favorites that aren't particularly like the most competitive Pokemon to be used. Oh, Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr is definitely on that list. Pokemon I don't see in Kaizo. It's not in Scarlet Violet. So that's one I don't see very often, but Conkeldurr, kind of unique Pokemon. I know it got a lot of hate when it first came out, but I loved battling with it. When it had Power-Up Punch and Drain Punch, such a crazy combo. Even having been around for every generation, it's tough to remember. Even favorites, accurate, so accurate. That's the story of my life. The pinchy and sharp ones. I like the sharp designed ones. They just happen to be sharp clawed. Oh, my controller just died. Yes. My favorite set was Drain Punch, Power-Up Punch. I think I used Ice Punch and Poison Jab, or Knockoff and Poison Jab. And then I ran Assault Vest, trying to make the opponent think I was running Iron Fist and have them go for the status, but I was really running Guts. And then the Assault Vest would allow it to tank a lot of hits, and it would just be so strong. Zuko, can you chill, dude? 1 second, I'm sorry, my cat. Come here. Come here. Come here. Zuko, you want to be a good boy? I know it's part of your job description to be crazy when I have a runner. But you can take a break. He's like, I'm a workaholic. I will always be crazy. Did something as similar with Azumarill, made people think I was using Choice Band when I really had Assault Vest. Nice. Okay. We can do this. I'm just gonna be versing a bunch of Rhyhorns and Swamperts. Don't para. Okay. Can I break through? Yes. And that's one shot? Yes. Nice, 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 nice. No status healing. It's a little scary. You have the Awakening, but I don't have anything for like poison. Oof. Come on, one shot it. Oh no. Oh my gosh, he just changed his typing. Let's go. Breakthrough, breakthrough. I'm gonna click Dragon Pulse just in case. Yeah. Once he turned to Dragon type, it just wasn't worth clicking Petal Dance on it. Nice. Having 9 Dragon Pulses for Bugsy should be enough. He only has 6 Pokemon. If I can set up growth on the first one, should be able to sweep. Which we're gonna try to also pull off right here as well. Click growth on turn 1. Turn 2, if I take damage. Turn 1, heal with the baby potion. Scyther is a little unfortunate to see because probably have to click Dragon Pulse on that too. Stab extra sensory. Just give me max attack. Okay, I can heal one more. He's not doing a lot of damage. He missed the secret power. So that must mean he is Hustle, right? That's not good. Oh, come on. Paralyze might end the run, or it might force me to click the full restore, which is not the place I wanted to do it. And I don't have any berries to hold. Damn. Alright. Do our best. We'll use up both of the 50 HPs if needed. Oh my god, he is so strong. I have to use the full restore here. I don't have a choice. He's gonna keep moving first. He's gonna keep using Brine. His Brine does half my health, which means at at half health it does double damage. I have to. I don't have a choice. It's the only way I can move first. And be out of the half HP range. I kind of also have to click Petal Dance first just to make sure I get the one shot. I didn't even get the one shot. That's game. Yeah, because I'm not one-shotting there, and he clicks it again, and I lose. Wow. Wow. That's insane. Shadow Ball at 40. That would have been clutch. So I would have had Dragon Pulse, Shadow Ball, Growth, and maybe Petal Dance. He was just the perfect wall for us. Nothing I can do about that. Especially if he had Aftermath. Using Petal Dance on him, I was gonna take recoil damage because it's contact. Why couldn't you just click Memento? If you clicked Memento, I could have won. Tough. Steelix did not have a second ability. Hydration, Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon. Oof, Normalize. Charge Beam, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb. Nature Power for Earthquake. Close Combat, Adaptability. GG's, that was an unfortunate enemy. I think even if I went into that fight with full health and full health, no para, I would have had to set up at minimum 2, maybe even 3 of the growth. I guess I could have used the X special defense if I knew he had Brine. Would have given me a little bit more leeway. Unfortunate. I was just in a pinned situation. I know tonight's stream isn't as long as I normally go, but I gotta feed the cat. I think I'm gonna end it here. Got a few hours in. It was a good run. We tried our best. Cool Pokemon. She deserved more. Not enough muscle. Thank you, Zanba. Thank you, everyone who came by tonight. We'll pick it back up tomorrow and try again. Hope you guys all enjoy your evenings, and we'll see each other in the next one. Take care, y'all. Peace.